What up, Dokkanners? Happy World Tournament weekend over here on Global. I think we can all agree and say that this is the best event to ever come out of Dokkan in general. So hopefully you guys are having an awesome time in the World Tournament. I know I am. As of you watching this video, I'm probably still in the middle of the World Tournament. I'm having such a great time, help me. All right, in this video, we're going to talk about what you guys can do other than the World Tournament. Actually, before we get started though, today's subscriber challenge, should you choose to accept it, is a simple question. Are you doing the World Tournament as well? If you're doing the World Tournament right now while watching this video, then you got to subscribe to the channel, because you are also a responsible Dokkanner who is either A, trying to do the bare minimum and get your 50 Dragon Stones, which is very responsible, or B, you are trying to crank out as much World Tournament grinding as you can possibly do in order to get as high of a rank as you possibly can to get more medals to EZA your units. That's also responsible, or maybe you're somewhere in between. Either way, regardless, if you guys are doing the World Tournament right now, as of me, or as of you watching this video, you got to subscribe to the channel. Join the team. We are trying to hit 70,000 subscribers before Golden Week. And I think there's a small chance we can do it. Almost as small as me trying to get to top 10 in the world. All right, so let's talk about what we can do other than the World Tournament. Right now, if you're probably bored out of your mind, you don't want to do World Tournament, maybe you've done Super Battle Road, Stream Super Battle, you've done everything that you could possibly do. You are sick and tired of link leveling. You want to do something different? Well, you can get started on some medal grinding for the 8-year anniversary. We are getting closer and closer to the 8-year anniversary. I don't know what this means. All right, cool. 8-year anniversary starts July 6th-ish. We don't know exactly what date, but with this starting July 6th and it being 420 as of me posting this video, we're getting closer to Golden Week, but then things start to ramp up. Going from Golden Week into 8-year, it's a pretty quick, slippery slope. So in the meantime, you guys can start pre-farming some medals for the various units that are associated with the 8-year anniversary. Closer to the 8-year anniversary date, I will make a full-on table to show you guys what medals are needed for each thing. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily like to pre-farm because it's either taboo or it's a curse or superstitious or whatever, you know, it's totally fine. But if you're able to do some of this now, it will definitely make the enjoyment of acquiring those units later on much more meaningful. Because if you guys have seen some of my Dokkan stream, my summon streams, and then my post-game show streams on Twitch, you guys know just how long it takes to do a full medal grind for a unit from start to finish. Not just the new unit, but also the banner unit, because the banner unit also feeds off of the same Dokkan event medals. It's a very long, grueling task, sort of like the World Tournament. Not nearly as bad, but still, it's kind of mind-numbing in a way. And if I'm not streaming, I mean, it's even worse because I have nobody to talk to. So that is why it does pay to awaken or pre-farm some of these medals early on. So let's go through the summonable units that are going to be available. The Dual Dokkan Festival, Spirit Bomb Z, Spirit Bomb GT. We've also got some EZA sprinkled throughout 8-year anniversary, so we'll talk about those, as well as the Part 2 LRs. So let me just go over to the new Dokkan Wiki here. So we're going to start with the Spirit Bomb GT unit. So for this guy to fully awaken, you need 70 medals of the new Dokkan event, 70 copies of the new Dokkan event medal, which obviously we don't have yet. It's not out. But you also need 35 of this weirdo right here, Omega Shenron. Why? Well, you know, he's part of the Shadow Dragon saga, so it makes sense. So what you got to do is simply just find that Dokkan event in your current list of events and get that event done. Given that we are 2.5 months out, you can very easily pace yourself out and do all of these medal grinds with whatever spare stamina you happen to have. You don't need to burn meat. You don't need to burn any Dragon Stones or anything like that. You can use whatever stamina you constantly just regenerate on your own during the days that you just simply don't want to play Dokkan. Maybe you do your daily missions, you got nothing else to do, you got almost a full bar of stamina. Throw those stamina bars into these types of Dokkan events and farm out some of these medals. You need 5 runs on this event right here at the highest difficulty, and you will get your 35 medals, and then boom, you are done for that unit. Obviously, you know, once you get the unit, you actually get to use it, but it's always nice to have this done, because now, let's just say you pulled a new unit and you're trying to farm out the medals to get this, to get the fully awakened LR. You only have to farm out 70 of these, and you don't have to then sit down and farm out another 5 of this event because you've already done it, which is why it's good to do it ahead of time. So 35 for that one. Same for the Spirit Bomb Z, same exact situation, 35 of the new medal, and then 35 of the Kid Buu Dokkan event. So if we look around, we will find that probably closer to the top. And obviously this all depends on what day of the week you're playing Dokkan. It all depends on what celebration you're in. If these Dokkan events are available daily, obviously it'll be easier to access them. But if they're not available daily because these events have nothing to do with the new Dokkan Fest that's happening at that time, you'll have to either use keys or you'll have to wait until they're available on a specific day. but the event is right here. So you go in, farm the highest difficulty stage 5 times, and then boom, you are done with that medal as well. Same thing extends to the Part 2 LRs, only here, neither of these units, the LR Kai fighters and the LR Z fighters, neither one of these guys require any brand new Dokkan event medals. They instead use a hodgepodge of older medals from the most random things. Obviously, personnel-wise, it makes sense. Gohan, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, right? But, I mean, you've got Dokkan events here, you've got a story event here, you've got a Super Strike here. It's all over the place. This is going to be very annoying to farm out on the simple fact that you have to then go to each event, and you're going to have to go farm them out with different teams and whatnot. So if you can slowly piece these together throughout the next 2.5 months with whatever like afterthought stamina you have, it's going to be a lot nicer. 21, actually, 56 of this, so 8 runs of the Kid Gohan Dokkan event, 2 runs of the Yamcha Dokkan event, 2 runs of the Transforming Goku, Transforming Piccolo. You've also got Super Strike Tien, and you've got the Dragon Ball story for the Krillin. So all of these can be done at any time, so get them done. Right now, as of me posting this video, Yamcha's Dokkan Festival is currently active, so this event is available every single day, so get some of that done. And same goes for the LR Kai Fighters, same exact thing. So you need 56, so 8 full runs of the Transforming Goku. You need 21 medals of the Super Saiyan Goku. You need 7 medals, actually 2 different medals of 7 each from the Saiyans arriving on Earth Dragon Ball story event, more Tien, Super Strike, and more Yamcha. So all you got to do is just pretty much screen capture these parts of the video if you want to, and go get them done. Like I said before, I will make a full-on video and a full-on chart as we get closer to 8 year with every single unit and every single medal needed on a nice printed table for you guys to use. Moving on here, now we're going to be looking at the EZAs. So other than the brand new LRs, which we just saw, the Part 1 and the Part 2 LRs, there are going to be a bunch of EZAs that are also going to be happening throughout the 8 year anniversary. We've got Super Buu, we've got Super Vegito, we've got Blue Kaioken, and we've got Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. And then on top of that, we've got the 5 year anniversary LRs. Now, most of you will probably have these guys already fully awakened, but some of you might not, because either you're new or you've been told they're not very good, so you're not spending your time working on them. Well, now is the time to work on them, because these units become very, very good when the Extreme Z awaken. I think the only one that probably doesn't fit that is this. I know a lot of people have been saying they have like mixed opinions about this, but you know, until I get to use them in action, I'm not gonna say they're bad. I think they're all going to be very, very good. So you should be prepared to Dokkan Awaken all of these guys, so that when they are getting their EZAs, all you have to do is simply Extreme Z Awaken them. So how do you do that? Well, if you have the SSR Super Buu, you're gonna need 77 medals from this event right here. You're gonna need 77 medals from this event right here, which can be found on the Dokkan event list. It is this one right here, the Terrifying Transforming Majin. In your Dokkan games, it will easily navigate you there. You just have to find the medal. When you find the medal, it'll tell you what event that comes from and all that. So it's right here. You have to farm out 77 of these, so it's 11 runs. That's a lot of running, right? Like that's 25 stamina times 11. That's a lot of runs. So again, with 2.5 months to spare, that's plenty of time for you guys to pace all of this out and do all of these at your own leisure. You can take your time with this, and there's no rush whatsoever. This guy with his EZA is objectively very fun. He's going to be a lot of fun. I do remember the hype around his EZA. Vegito, exact same thing, 77 medals from his Dokkan event. Then you need Blue Kaioken, 77 medals from his Dokkan event if you haven't already done that. This guy is also pretty sweet. His category is kind of lacking, but he himself is very, very good. LR Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. This guy uses medals from the Fusion 13 Dokkan event and the Dragon Ball, or the story event that is actually available on Global right now as of me posting this video, which is from the Yamcha Dokkan Festival Celebration. The Super 17 story event is available, and you need to farm out 7 medals of each of these guys from that event. I remember when this guy first came out, a lot of people obviously skipped, but then on future LR banners, after that celebration went away, people summoned on random LR banners, they got this guy, and then they were unable to actually Dokkan Awaken him because these medals were not obtainable. And with the story event having released for the first time, it has to come back a second time for it to be available in the Portal of Memories for you to access with your keys. So because that hadn't happened yet, anybody who summoned for this LR after its initial release and before its return were unable to Dokkan Awaken. And that was actually a pretty unfortunate arc for a lot of people. So that's one of the reasons why it always pays to pre-farm medals ahead of time. Even if you don't get the unit, you'll always have them. That way, once you actually get the unit itself and you can celebrate and relish in the fact that you have the unit, you can also rest on the fact that you don't actually have to sit there and spend the next hour farming the same run 11, 12, 13, 15 times to Dokkan Awaken the unit. That is just absurd and kind of along the lines of why people hate World Tournament. You do the same thing over and over and over. It's not very fun. That's why it pays to pre-farm. Last two units here, the LR 5 years, so Vegito Blue, Gogeta Blue. Both of these units require their base forms at 70 copies, their Dokkan event medals, and then 35 for the transformed Super Saiyan Gogeta. Here, 35 medals for the Vegito Blue. Blazing Blue Fusion, I think is what it was called. So just simply navigate through your Dokkan UI. It will take you to these various events, depending on whatever day you're doing this. Certain events will be available depending on whatever celebration you're in. Certain events will be available every single day or otherwise. So take some time to get all of these done so that way you guys can be ready for the inevitable hype anniversary, which is 8-year anniversary. And then of course, worldwide as well, which will be coming up after that. Always pays to Dokkan responsibly, not just in World Tournament, but beyond. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what rank do you think I am right now in World Tournament as of you watching the end of this video? Let me know what you guys think about that. Just throw out a random number in the comments. And what are your thoughts on pre-farming Dokkan medals, Dokkan event medals? Do you find it to be taboo, superstitious? Is it something that you have experienced in the past where you count your chickens before they hatch and it inevitably breeds disaster? Or is it something that you guys do on the regular? And if so, how many of these medals have you already pre-farmed? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know when to see more of my stuff. Do it! Make sure you guys check out my YouTube live streams or my Twitch live streams. If I'm live while you're watching this video, just stop by and say hi. And I don't know, just tell me your favorite food or tell me your favorite pizza topping. Yeah, do that if I'm on a live stream right now as of you watching this. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. I'm going to go back to my favorite event, World Tournament.